Just in case, could everyone please roll me wits and composure?
I'm scared.
Yeah, is this wits plus composure plus my 2 for danger sense?
This is.
Oh dear.
Oh, so I get 2 for danger sense too, so 8.
If you have danger sense, yeah.
Okay, I roll 3.
1.
2. Oh wait, I've got another one.
2 for me.
Yeah, just 2 for me.
So 1, 2, 2, 3.
Yep. Just looking for that sound file.
all of a sudden, he just drops out in front of us.
Maz, you can hear a noise outside of the tunnel. Rich and Rob, you can hear people outside of the tunnel. And Liam, you can hear quite a few people outside of the tunnel.
Great.
Okay, I immediately start whispering, can anyone else hear that?
I just hold a hand up and say, like, stop really quietly.
Because obviously we're in a sewer, do I have any connectivity to any sort of... Well, in fact, can I check my Wi-Fi sniffer to see if I have any wireless signal?
Yeah, you can give it a guess if you do a computer check.
Have we gone past any manholes, or is this literally the
That was literally it.
So at least we know we're not back at the fountain.
Hang on, 4. To check if we've got Wi-Fi.
You don't see any internet Wi-Fi networks, but you can see a few signals. They're very weak at the moment, but you can see them.
So nothing I can connect into?
Nothing you can connect into, though. They all seem to be outgoing things rather than things that are allowing connections in.
Okay, so I'd relay the message of that I don't have any... There's no internet Wi-Fi connections that I can connect to check any cameras, but there are outgoing signals, probably some form of communications, some form of voice comms if they're outgoing, I would guess, which could be in some relation to them.
How are we doing time-wise? Should we have a very quick break to snip YouTube?
Yeah, I think we've been going about an hour.
Slash me get another beer.
I've been making notes of when we can cut as well. Anyway.
Alright, cool. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. It's probably a good place to stop.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring. Before we move into this next little bit, let's just have a quick break.
Sure.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, but...
Right. Back in a minute.
You're all gonna die.
No, don't want to die.
Sorry, what? Sorry, I was just singing to myself. You know, just a song stuck in my head.
Just song, yeah, coincidence.
You're all tricksy hobbits.
Are we playing your little game well, are we?
There's just so many little bits that I didn't actually expect you to pick up on.
Like what?
Like the tracker.
Okay.
There are certain interactions
I was just
between
reading
characters that are coming out, and they're working very well. That's why I purposefully had this kind of just weird sewer bit, because I meant it as you guys all talking to each other bit in a safe environment.
Yeah. Well, I was just reading my notes, and I was like, 2 outgoing signals, picked up 4 items. Shit.
Look at
in hindsight, I kind of wish I planted it somewhere, but after I crushed it, I was like, I should have planted it.
You acted in character, though.
Yeah. Harvey would have suggested that, I wouldn't.
And then there's that Rob, who's an absolute dick. Oh, hey, Rob!
Sorry, were you talking to me?
No.
What are you doing to us, Tim? There's people out there.
There's people.
We can't go that way, and we can't go back.
Oh, you gotta make a choice, lad.
I've already got an idea. It's fine.
Good. I don't have a fucking clue. Throw a mirror out there. Just throw a Maz out.
Do it. She's human bait anyway. I have so many plans.
I'm just intrigued as to because, like, as far as I see it, the more like just completely from an outsider point of perspective, like my character now, other than to help Omen save his ass, what other reason do I really have to be here? Like something, obviously. Then I was obviously fleeing, but surely once I know I'm kind of safe from the hook guy, what do something needs to happen to give me justified reason to stay.
You're right. Something does need to happen, doesn't it?
Yeah, and something is gonna happen. I'm aware of that. So I'm intrigued as to what. No, I'm not. It's not little faith. I know something has to happen soon because as of at the moment, because your initial plan was to have us all framed, which would mean we would all want to work together, clear our name. In theory,
Well, put it this way. I hope I've given 2 people motive to stick together, and then 2 other people are about to get theirs, hopefully.
So
if everything goes
I'm about to get my reason.
Yeah.
I have a theory as to what that might... I might even write that down, and I can show you.
Are we ready to continue?
Don't set that down.
We can continue with Rob Wright stuff.
Yeah.
Now.
That didn't take me long. I'm ready.
So, you can hear noise outside of said tunnel.
And you said it just leads into the open, like it's just we can't really see anything past the tunnel.
At the moment, it's a bit sort of... It's not bright because it's nighttime now. You know, you've been walking for quite a while. It's sort of sunset, kind of going down a bit. So it's a bit dark outside. You can tell it's not kind of civilized. As you're outside, you can kind of hear... You know, it doesn't sound urban, is the best way to put it.
So it sounds like we're kind of in nature.
I -3 to like any kind of movement? I'm guessing I am.
To any kind of movement currently, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Movement and combat.
Can I look
I
at,
forgot you made it
can I
worse.
look at patching him up now anyway, while we decide what
Do we have enough light?
noise is out there?
Yeah, you can have a look at it. Give
Please don't crit fail. I don't want 4.
int or dex and medicine.
You don't want me to do it.
I've got emergency care as well. Do I get anything extra for that? Or
Just double check.
Check you are.
Yeah, if you want, Dalton, I can roll. I've got 3 dex and nothing in medicine, so that's -3.
You
I've
can
got
use
5
it
at
for
the
the
moment,
deck,
but-
but I'm alright then.
Alright, so I can roll 1 dice for you then, if you want.
I'd rather you didn't, to be honest.
Sure. Oh, offers there. Can I not, like...
Emergency care.
emergency
You
care?
probably still do a better job than I did last time I tried to deal with it.
Probably do a better job than when you got shot.
Well, yeah, I mean, in fairness.
That doesn't take much, does it? Let's be
Possibly
honest.
have done anything there.
Yeah, that does not take much to do a better job than that.
Sorry, I'm just looking for it. I think I was on earlier.
Everyone say hello to Raggy. He is currently viewing.
I'll go for
guess.
it. I mean, hey!
Well, he's in the viewer list. Whether he's listening and paying attention, I don't know.
Oh, surprise.
He said he was going to.
Yeah, I was talking to him.
Lies.
He said he was gonna drop in and watch if he got a chance. But he's on the viewer list, so if he's listening.
What was it called again that you had?
Emergency care.
Emergency care.
It's an extra for medicine, I think. Like a speciality of medicine.
I'm just trying to find out what
Yeah,
it
if it's
does.
speciality, you get +1, don't you? That's how all specialities work. 'Cause if you're doing a role that's specifically in that, you get an extra dice.
So in theory, then I should have been getting 9 for all my hacking stuff. Then
I thought you were.
I was getting 8. No, because I've got 8 from computer intelligence, but then I've got hacking as a specialty.
You should be getting 9, yeah.
I did, but Tim said that I should be waiting until later because he's got something special in store.
Yeah,
I don't-
Tim.
Yeah, Tim.
Yeah, Maz.
Yeah, Maz.
Yeah, because it's technically classed as emergency care and you're in that situation, so yeah.
It is
That's
a
not
little
+1.
bit of emergency. We've been trawling through a shit-filled sewer whilst he's got a hole in his leg that he's actually
What's about
torn a
10?
bit more of a hole in.
It's only 1 success.
It was nearly horrible.
He just puts a plaster on it and taps it, go, you'll be right.
Basically. Change 1 lethal, like get rid of 1 lethal, but add 1 aggravated, or whichever way around it is bashing.
Bashing.
Yeah, so change 1 lethal to 1 bashing. So part of it is no longer a cut; it's a bruise.
Or
You're
have
getting
two
-2 instead of
one
-3 now, right?
Yeah, basically you get -2 instead of -3, and
He helps you a little bit.
you're on
Does
basically
bashing do anything
2.5.
negative?
It does if it adds up,
All right.
but it's harder. Like lethal is like you've slashed yourself. Bashing is like you've smacked your arm on a thing. So it's not as bad, but if it adds up,
What
it
damage have you got,
becomes like
Maz?
a break
Is
and
it 2
things.
bashing and 1 lethal, list of it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, yeah, you
Thanks.
can hear.
Does over time do any of these injuries slowly heal over time themselves naturally, or does it depend on the injury?
Depends on the injury completely.
So, like, would Maz's potentially heal? Like, what?
Potentially, yeah. Like given enough time.
What did Maz's? What was Maz's injury?
Maz's was more sort of skin level cuts and a few bruises and things like that. So not like a deep gash or a bullet wound to the
It looks
leg.
worse than it is.
Are you
Right.
saying that Maz doesn't have a deep gash?
Maz, you don't have a deep gash. I'm sorry.
Aw.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Probably the
That's
best.
more an
Probably the
insult to
best in it
Rich,
for
isn't
Rich.
It'd be wasted anyway, to be honest.
Okay. So, what's people's thoughts then on the noises?
I was
outside?
gonna suggest
I
I'd
have
sneak
no
to the
idea.
edge and have a look out, but considering I'm on -2 even now to sneaking, I'm probably just gonna like fall out into the open and get shot at or something.
I don't know if. Well, it depends. The resistance may have this information, but if not, I don't believe anyone who throughout this whole thing has seen Maz. Well, seen Amira except us. I don't think if Amira was to peek out, they would necessarily recognise her. She could attempt to sneakily have a look and see what it is, and if she did get busted, would they necessarily... Me? Yeah, they'd know who I am. Harvey's been
And
pretty
I might
close
draw a
aside.
bit of attention while I've got blood pouring out my leg.
Yeah, but Maz
I mean,
is...
I am pretty
Maz's a
cut
bit...
up, but
Yeah, but Amira's a bit beaten and bruised. She could probably pass off as a bit homeless.
She looks a bit rough.
I have been
Let's
through
cover her in shit.
Yeah, just take a roll around in the pool.
Just to
go
join
outside.
you.
I'm just gonna be like a bit
Just to make her look more homeless.
I
I'm just,
just
you know.
gonna be like-
I'm
Bear in mind that
I'm
That's
wearing
my
a
idea.
suit.
You can have a
I'm
look
wearing a
outside
suit
while looking
covered in shit.
homeless. And no
I
one
think
will
it sounds like a reasonable idea. We can cover
Okay.
up from back here, so if anything kicks off, we can step in.
Because we can't
Is
go
it getting
back because we know what's
shit?
waiting for us going back.
I
God damn
reiterate
it.
to try and make her look more homeless.
Give her a hug,
Maybe-
Harvey.
Give her a good old
give
white
Amira a big hug. And just jiggle up and down a bit.
Great, right. Okay. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to go with this plan, so.
Unless
I
I,
mean,
I guess I have to. Ooh.
You kind of just look at me and remember what
I
happened last
feel like
time.
I'm not gaining from this situation. Here, Omen's being a badass
The
doing
group
like.
is collectively gaining.
I'm just kidding.
Surely you should be saying, well, maybe this can call it quits, said Norman.
Oh yeah. Maybe then we're okay now.
We're even.
Okay, so I'm covered in shit now. I've got loads of cuts. Looking worse for wear.
Does she get do any of the cuts get infected?
Yeah. Please don't smear
I
it.
shouldn't be saying that because that goes against us.
shouldn't
I'm
be
gonna
saying that, but
vote
you just
kick
did.
Rob.
Now, what do you guys think I should do? Do you think I should try and?
I just
sneak
want you to have a
look
peek
first,
out and
or-
see if you
yeah.
can work out if it's civilian or military out there.
Do we want her to peek
Okay,
or
so
sort
do
of
it.
like nonchalantly just walk
Yeah,
out? Just be like,
That's what I'm thinking. I've got.
don't
Try
know
and
what
look
skills you have.
homeless.
Try and look homeless, but don't kind of step out just yet. Kind of like hover on the edge and see what happens.
Why don't you try and look like you're rooting through the shit to find something good, and have a peek?
Great.
I'm just looking for some lunch.
Because you go out with a cup and change please.
Brilliant. This is just insane. I love it. Oh wow.
You didn't plan for this one.
Oh,
I
right.
didn't, and yet you wouldn't believe how good it's working for me. I'm so erect. No, it's just because I've got a plan, and it's
So she's got a cup ready and everything.
so. Maz, are you peeking? Are you stepping out? Are you running out? Are you flailing out?
Right, yeah. I'm gonna act homeless, like scurry through the shit as I go along, but I'm not gonna boldly go out. I'm gonna hover on the edge and kind of see what I can do for now, and then see how it goes. Because if they don't see me, there's no point me going out just yet.
So, in a dishevelled mess, literally covered in shit, you stumble out of the sewer.
Those bruises and cuts I give you come in day.
Yeah. This is
Just
your plan all
camouflage.
along, right?
You are very much in a kind of foresty area.
Okay.
So
Ooh,
it's
I like
kind
that
of
noise.
away from, you've come so far out, you've come away from it. It's kind of just like a sewage pipe that runs out into kind of a wooded area, no sort of thing, because you were on sort of a shitty outskirt of town anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And you now find yourself in this kind of lovely, horrid, wooded area. Just ahead of you, you can see a campfire and a few sort of... They don't look homeless and they don't look like they're, living in the forest, but like a few guys in kind of very much put together armor, if that makes sense. You can tell it's been mashed together quickly. They look a bit sort of disheveled and crappy. They've not really paid much attention to you yet, so they don't seem to have noticed you.
Would
Okay.
we know much about what's outside of the city like this? Like what kind of people tend to wander out here?
The kind of people that tend to wander out here are people who don't want to be seen by city officials. So most of
Shitty
people
folk.
part of the resistance like to do it, as well as people who are trying to break the law. So it's a toss-up between they could genuinely be people who are, going against the government and trying to achieve similar goals to you, or they could be a bunch of heroin dealers.
I mean, that's good for me being
So
homeless.
good for all of us then, really.
Yeah, exactly. Because, everyone needs a little bit of heroin
Take
every
the
now
pain
and
away.
then.
Well, I
Okay,
mean,
so
at the
they've not
moment-
seen me yet, so I
Yeah.
can come back and tell everyone what I've seen. Can I?
That might be a good idea.
I mean, it's quite dark, I guess. and
Just going to pop you
Did
off.
you say it was a campfire?
Yeah, there's like a campfire in the middle. That's
And is
what
it
I
dark
said.
outside yet, or is it still light?
It's now sort of dusk, so it's sunsetty time. It's getting very dark, so that's why Maz is in sort of cover where she is now. It's not pitch black, but it is dark.
So it's on you, America, because we're all hiding inside at the moment. Your actions
Yeah,
are on you.
we're waiting to either hear something that makes us alerts us, or waiting for you to come back in. Really.
Right. Okay. So I'll attempt to go back in and just but have one eye open that the camp may look, and if they look, then I'll not go back in. But
So are you trying to sort of stealthily head back in?
yeah.
Do me dexterity and stealth, please. Oof.
Easy.
Oof.
It's a good one. It's a good
Good
one
at these
already.
rolls.
Oh.
There's some more tens. Go on.
She backflips in and they still don't know.
Oh. You can
Little
stop. You
song.
can stop rolling, Maz, with utter
go on.
silence.
Let's
She
see
wins
how
the
many.
Can you
Come-
do that again towards the
Maz,
camp?
you were never there.
I know. Yeah. I just breezed through that.
Just like real life, no one pays you any attention.
You're rolling 8s, so I assume you're a very stealthy character then by nature. Just like not talking in character here, just assume your character's actually a stealthy character considering you're rolling 8.
No,
Oh, no,
not
you're
Roll
rolling
5,
5.
then
Oh,
reroll
yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm misreading. Yeah.
I've got a little bit of stealth, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not like my main one or anything. So,
Okay.
but it's okay in these situations. Gives me a bit of an advantage. But right, okay. So I come back in, lose a homeless persona, and just describe what I saw.
Describe.
Yeah.
I think it's the character, to be honest. I think you're a professional, so.
Well, I try. So, as a plan,
So how many
I'm
people did
happy-
you see?
ooh, how many people did I see? Pass. I mean, what are the
Yeah,
things on the
recon,
map?
well
Are they people or are
Those,
they...
yeah, the squares are people,
Oh, okay.
and the red circle is a campfire, so you could see
So
this
one
side
guy's
of it,
standing
but
in.
So,
you
yeah.
couldn't see the other side of it because it was a fairly big sort of fire.
Were they
And I
armed?
guess, what can I hear? What could I have heard when I was out there? Can I?
General
only-
murmuring, but you couldn't hear words.
Can,
So yeah,
I
I'd say I
also
could see 4 people on this side of the fire, so I'm assuming that there'd be equal numbers the opposite side.
I also remind everyone that there were some. Did you tell me how many outgoing? Was it 3? Did you say outgoing signals? I can't remember.
I didn't say how many.
Did you not? Is there any way that I would know that?
You could try find out now.
Right. Let's do it. 1 success. I'm guessing I don't find out.
You don't find out, but you do see that the signal strength has gotten stronger.
Oh.
Hmm.
Is that
Okay, so we
because
need to do something.
would that be because we're closer than we were beforehand?
Or
But
'cause we're outside?
have I moved? We haven't moved, have we, since I last rolled?
You have?
So I've moved closer to the exit.
Yeah.
All right.
I like to
So-
think we kind of pressed up at the wall each side of the exit, so we're not seen, but we're ready to act.
I'd like to think I wasn't. I'd like to think I was sort of lurking a bit more in the shadow.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you?
Because I'll be
We're
honest
in the
with
shadow, but we're around the because we're around the
I'll
corner
be-
of the entrance.
I'm quite frank with everybody right now. We're clearly nowhere near civilization at this moment in time. I'm not going to get access. I'm going to be pretty fucking useless at the moment.
How stealthy is everyone? I mean, if
Not-
everyone else was to sneak, no, not
what,
very.
what do you roll for
Uh,
sneak?
Can you shift us back into units?
Mine
so
was
to fit,
stealth and
Tim?
dex.
No.
Please.
What, is it
Yeah,
dex
I'm not.
stealth, you
I'm
say?
not great.
Okay, so
I'm
As an
4.
idea-
Usually stealthy-ish, but I have got a hole through my leg.
okay.
I have one in stealth. But I am quite persuasive. I am a fast talk. I've got fast talking.
I was going to say, as an idea, I could
but
try
I would-
and go
I
out
would-
and disguise as a homeless person, and
'Cause
kind of
I
create a
certainly,
distraction.
I certainly wouldn't offer my services to go out there and even try and talk to them. Nobody yet knows that I'm persuasive and I'm fast talker, and I definitely, as a character, would not want to go out until I know what was going out to.
I
would quite
could
happily sit here
potentially
and- I would quite
cover
happily
you
stay here
from
until
here.
they fuck off.
Okay.
I could cover you from here.
I mean, does anyone have
I'm
any other
loath to get
ideas?
my weapon dirty, but I will try.
I have no ideas. I never stray outside of civilization, unless it's to go directly from one place to another, and I know.
I think
Um,
I like Amira's idea. I think she sticks with a homeless thing, and she sees if she can ascertain who these people are.
Do you want me to just go and have a chat, or do you want me to create a diversion so you can sneak past?
We might not necessarily want to go past it. Depends who these guys are.
So, do we have any? What vision? So, at what point do we have vision? Do we sort of see over this way, so we can't see them? So, which direction is this tunnel facing out? Because I know it's quite dark and we don't have great vision, but
That is facing northeast.
so we're facing northeast.
Yes.
So, and we're looking. So, we're facing towards the campfire then.
So yeah, this is sort of accurate to north, south, east, west.
Yeah. So we're effectively facing the campfire.
Yes.
So can
So
we
surely
see
we
them
can.
from
Can
here
we
now?
see the campfire then?
You can, but it's quite obscured until you kind of step out.
Is there any trees or any shrubbery or natural?
Yeah, there's kind of general foliage all the way around, sort of
So is that the
outside.
thing that's
So,
kind of obscuring our vision?
so that's kind of. Hang on, I'm just doing it around the bits you can't see.
Can I just say I'm really
Just-
impressed that Omen hasn't just legged it out yet.
So it's kind of looking like that.
All right. So that's
They're really nice trees.
They're amazing, aren't they?
so. Do they know that this tunnel? Well, obviously, I don't know whether you're going to share that information, but would they know that this tunnel exists?
I would not be surprised if that's their way in and out of the sea, if they camp that close to it.
Yeah. So we probably don't want to stay here.
Probably not.
Look, with 2 choices: we go out this way, or we go back to Hulk.
I think
We're
it's
going
best,
out this way.
I think it's best
but
we
it's-
leave, but I'm gonna trust both. Looking at both Omen and Dalton, I'm gonna trust your 2 opinion because you both seem like you have some. Because of what I've witnessed so far, you both seem to have some sort of military background in some sense. so I feel as though you're more likely to know what's going on here. I'm completely out of my comfort zone, being away from any sort of
Okay.
technology. At the moment.
Right. The
I-
question is.
So
is
you
there
tell me
any
what
need
to do.
get
You tell me
these
what to
guys?
do, and I will do it.
I want to head out and initiate a dialogue to ascertain who these people are.
Through me, or is that you want to do that?
I'll come with you.
I would suggest.
Okay.
Okay. I was going to say.
I was going to say that's not going to work disguise-wise if anything does go wrong, but are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Why doesn't Amira go out and we lurk and cover her from the tree line and see what happens first? Because if you walk out, it's going to kick off.
Is there a tree line I could attempt to get to that's sort of out of sight of them, Tim, at the moment? Like a tree that just gets me in a bit closer just in case, or...
Well, what you can see is accurate. So, in other words, you've got basically
So I could
Let's
move
sewer
in-
where you are, a couple of trees, and then campfire. So
I could move
currently
into
you're
these
very
tree
well
line.
hidden thanks to there. But if you were to move into that tree line, you could move into there, not be seen, but that would be a stealth check. So there's obviously a chance that you'd be seen moving into position, that kind of thing.
I think
But
I
it's
want to
still
try
possible.
that because if combat does get initiated and I'm this far away, I'm not quite as much use as I am if I'm closer.
Yeah. Maz,
I think either way
Yeah.
I want to try moving.
We currently, none of us actually currently know that Dalton has a sniper, do we? It's only Dalton that knows that.
yes.
I did tell Omen that I had it actually.
Yeah.
All right, because I'm just gonna say, if I knew that, I'd be like, "Do you want to get your gun out?"
So I need to roll 3 decks to see if I can move to that tree line.
Yeah. Maz, why is your aspiration kill Tim?
I didn't see that. Tim, don't do that. Don't do
Tim-
anything drastic, alright? Okay?
Tim, I'm not sure if I've ever told you this, but you have very nice eyes.
I like to hide them and only get them out on special occasions or when I'm threatening someone.
That's what I do.
Okay, I didn't succeed, but I didn't critically fail at least.
No, so
But I have progressed outwards to the tree line, but obviously I'm going to guess I've been spotted.
not spotted. However, people are now, you can hear people being more alert. They know that there's something nearby.
Okay.
Great, you made it more difficult for us.
Right.
What are you rolling for this stealth check, by the way?
Dex plus stealth, but I have no stealth.
Again, I think we're going to fail if we all try and stealth out because Harvey, what is your...
My
What's
dex
your-
is 3 and I've got 1 in stealth.
Okay, so it's not too
That's
bad.
that's not the worst in the world. But I'm used to rolling 8, so...
See, mine normally would be alright, but with 2 lethals, it takes a bit of a hit.
I suggest, well, obviously now Woman's not here, is he? So I turn to Dalton and say, I'm going to try and sneak out.
Well, I thought the plan was Amira was going to go in to try to ascertain who they are. I was just stealth checking
alright.
to move closer
I
in case
think
it kicked off. I thought
Amira-
that was the plan we were going with. That's
Well,
why
I
I moved
would-
out.
I was going to say
Wait,
to
wait,
Dalton,
wait.
you clearly have keen eyes if you went on the build, because I don't know that Dalton has a gun. So I'm assuming that Dalton
You know, I
has
have a
very
pistol.
good
You saw
eyesight.
that earlier.
No, I know, but I don't know
Yeah.
you've got a sniper.
Yeah.
Because I saw you go on the roof, and because I'm quite an intelligent person, well, my character is anyway. I kind of made the assumption that you've got. Well, I talked to you and I was like, have you just got really good eyes, or have you got binoculars or something? Because why else would you go on the roof if you couldn't have some sort of extra vision? So I'm asking you, do you have some way of seeing?
I've got good eyes and a good shot.
Is that you hinting at that you've got a really good gun, or do you just use your pistol and really good eyes, or have you got a better gun?
I've got a better gun, but it probably
Okay.
won't do me much good from here through the trees.
Okay. So is it worth me and you staying here and seeing what happens?
I would suggest Amira heads out. I use
Yeah,
that
be
as
quick.
cover to try and sneak out behind her.
Ruined Mark.
What was that?
It was me accidentally pulling my head down. Yeah, but
Okay, so yeah, well, I'm happy to stay here then if you're telling me to stay here. Alright.
Well, I would say,
Tim's running
right,
away.
let Amira go out, but while Tim's away, but I'll be discussing this with you anyway. So my suggestion is let Amira do a little homeless act and wander out.
Mm-hmm.
If she attracts their attention, Omen's already in place in case it kicks off. I'll try and use her as cover to sneak out the other side. And then once all 3 of us are out, if you want to duck out to the back of the trees as well, you're more than welcome to. Or if you'd rather, you can bunker down here until you know it's safe. whichever you feel more comfortable with.
I think my character would be very unsure as to what he would feel comfortable with in this situation, because he is.
I'll tell you what.
Massive. I would
will suggest.
I would probably stick to you because you have a gun.
Yeah.
It's probably what I would do.
And
I would also want to
stay at least 5 meters back.
Yeah, and I would also want to make sure that you didn't injure yourself further, because I saw you trying to repair yourself earlier.
Yeah. Whatever you do, don't try and heal yourself.
Yeah.
Have you made any irreversible decisions?
No, we were just chatting about the plan.
We think we know what we're gonna do.
Okay.
So
What's
the
the
basic
plan
plan is,
when I'm out there? Are you guys going to keep on moving, or
Yeah.
and if so, which direction?
I'm going to head out and towards the right, so I'm the opposite. So if you head straight towards them, slowly, I'll head out and to the right, so that there's Owen on one side of you and me and Harvey on the other. And then we're there to cover you when you start initiating contact with those guys.
Okay, and say I just go in and don't really get much, and just head back out. Am I going to head out kind of northeast? Am I going to keep on walking that way? Because I assume there's no point me coming back.
Is the intention that we are going to join them in conversation, or potentially have to go and help?
It depends what happens. We don't know what's going to happen when America goes
my
up.
intention is
So
see
what
what
we're
they're
doing then?
like.
So is the intention of, obviously we're going to see what they're like. If they're kind and friendly, then obviously we will make ourselves known. If they're hostile, then is the intention to obviously then try and save Amira, or do we just leave it to the wolves?
Yep. So I will cover
Like,
her.
you having
until
this
I'm
discussion
sure
in front of me?
Yeah,
Don't leave me to the wall.
I
Come on.
don't care. I don't know you.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
just
going
bothered
to
about
cover
myself
Amira.
at the moment.
We've
We'll
got a
cover
plan.
Amira until we're sure they're friendly. Once we know they're friendly, I'll then move in.
Let's go.
Okay, so
So,
Amira,
on your
you
way,
go
Amira.
first.
Great. Okay, so
Feel free to make a little bit of noise to attract their attention to make it easier for me to sneak out.
5 units, 5 meters.
What did we say it
should
was?
I
I can't remember.
Because
Should
I'm.
I try
It was
and,
yards, wasn't it? We did, I think.
Yards, I think, yeah.
should I try and stealth a bit into the trees so you've still got a bit of time? I'm just thinking, what's the best to do? Like, if I just make sound.
You said make a
I'd
bit of
get
noise.
into the tree line
Yeah,
quietly.
but if I
and
make
then
a
So we
sound,
make-
want
right,
to get out before she's noticed, ideally, I guess. Do we?
Yeah, I think if we all try and get out of the tunnel at the same time, but then we head right and you head straight towards them.
Okay. Right, let's go.
What rolls
So-
would you like us to make, Tim?
Well, if Maz is stealthing out the thing, she needs to make a dexterity stealth to... Because where is it you're actually going to move to then, Maz,
Yeah,
for your first movement?
I'm gonna aim to go to like here-ish, stealthy, and then start making noise going further.
Okay.
Does that sound a good plan, kind of thing? Well, let's do it, because
Your
I don't want to
character-
make too much noise there. So.
Dex stealth.
Right, bear with me. And if I make noise, then it's not the end of the world. So Dex and stealth.
If she makes noise, do I get a bonus because they're all looking at her?
It's less that you get a bonus, more the roll that you would have to make is easier. So,
Yay.
Okay, so that's 3 successes.
yeah, so you make it to wherever you needed to be, nice and stealthily, so you're there,
Okay.
no
So
noise
as she
made.
does that, I try and head out to sort of this kind of area.
Okay, so make the same roll again. So, sorry, the same as what Maz did, which was
So
stealth,
Dex
dex.
stealth, which is 6 minus 2 for
Your bum leg. D10s.
D10s.
Roll d20s, he won't know.
1 success.
And then I was instructed to stay sort of roughly about
Yeah,
5
just
yards
stay
behind.
back, yeah.
So I kind of am around here.
Yeah,
So
that's
Dex
fine.
for stealth.
Yeah.
I've not got the thing on, but it's just saying rolling the dice.
Although if you get me seen, then it might be me that shoots you instead of them.
It's done alright. It's done alright. Yeah.
Two
You've all kind of
successes.
moved successfully. As Rich was moving, you did see the guys kind of turn to each other and shush each other, so they were made aware again that something was nearby. They're feeling a little bit paranoid. So you know that kind of feeling when you're in the woods and you go, "What was that?" They're kind of doing that to each other a little bit.
Do we know whether they're armed yet? Did we not get that information from
You
when
can't
the
see
match was
clearly
on
at the moment without stepping out.
first? I
Okay,
can see
so
clearly now.
probably.
It's all on you,
How far away
Amira.
are we actually from?
I know. Yeah.
20, 25. Okay, so
What?
probably
Ah.
only Harvey would see this, but I'm going to get my gun out of my bag. Not that I really need it at this range.
Dex subterfuge, if you want to do that, please.
I kind of look.
Subterfuge.
I kind of look down in my pocket and see my knife and like take it out. I look at it. Shit.
Just look. You've got like a little thing there, and you just go.
Chuck it behind
Probably
you.
isn't
Shit.
a good
That's
thing
exactly
to do,
what I
then,
did.
is it?
Yeah. And then I just put it back away.
Am I committed to this now? I've said it.
You cannot do it if you don't want to.
Yeah, well,
Do you not
Yeah,
have any
I think-
subterfuge?
no. So I'd just be on Dex with -2.
Don't you have quick,
Isn't
Rich?
gonna
Don't you have
go well.
quick draw?
But
I
this
do,
is.
but I don't know if that counts for.
You're trying to
being a
not be
sniper
heard
together.
about it. That's the main thing. Is he can easily get it out in time, but people would hear him.
Yeah.
Currently,
Always happens that whenever I get it out, people
whenever you
hear
get it out, everyone turns their head and they're like,
It's
"Oh,
just the noise.
it is." It does make a very peculiar noise.
Okay, yeah. So I will instead. Yeah, I won't bother yet. I'll leave it there. I'll just watch from the tree line.
We are kind of hoping, aren't we, that it's not going to turn into something horrible because we're outnumbered. We've got two
Amira's
injured.
definitely hoping it's not.
We're outnumbered. You've got a hole in your leg. Amira's pretending to be homeless, and neither me nor Amira have weapons.
I do just love how slowly you're going about this. Like you've been looking at this camp now for about half an hour.
And I bet it's the most like harmless thing ever as well.
It
mate.
will. I bet it is.
Yeah,
But
come
if
on.
I wasn't such a
Yeah, come on then, right.
We've
So-
committed to a plan. Let's just follow it. Let's let Amira do a thing rather than talking about it
Yeah,
for the
we've
next half
committed
an
to
hour.
a plan.
Go on,
Let Amira
go on, Amira,
So-
do your stuff.
You're planning on stepping out? Are you planning on like saying
Yeah.
anything, making a
So-
specific noise,
Yeah,
or
I'm gonna be like mumbling to myself, like kind of homeless, but like kind of a bit mentally, just mumbling.
just yourself?
I've
lost
lost my cat. Have you seen?
You seen Betsy?
You got any water? I'm covered in shit.
So
I fell
I'm
in the
gonna-
sewer.
I'm going to technically call what you're doing subterfuge because I don't think there's anything else for it other than just being a retard. So
I've got 6 in retard.
That's a specialty.
manipulation plus subterfuge.
Okay. Do I get anything because I have a specialty in disguise? Or...
Add another one to the roll.
Okay, so.
You knew we'd
Okay.
pick the right person for the job. For being a tramp.
Alright, let me just double check. Sorry. Yeah, so I rolled. Yeah, 9.
Fuck yeah.
9. Fucking hell.
And again.
It's her specialty, that.
She's
Who'd have
good,
thought? Yeah.
she's
So-
good at being a retard.
You
My retard skill comes in
move
handy.
yourself
That's
to
your
where you've decided to move, because then that'll indicate what you can see.
She's,
I guess I'm going in between these guys.
she's
Okay.
a retard. She stands in the fire.
As you move forward, mumbling to yourself like an absolutely crazy woman, this lovely person and this lovely person, the one next to him, have pulled guns on you and pointed them at you because, you know, you've just snuck up on them in a forest, pointing that one out there. You can now see sort of further around the campfire, and you can see there's someone there and someone there, and you can see someone there as well.
Is that a female?
It's a bit special.
Okay.
The two people point guns at you, and one of them basically instantly goes, "Who the fuck are you?"
Right.
Fair comment.
Ooh. Wait, actually, I can't actually see anyone anymore. One sec, let me get my Skype thing back.
everyone's paying attention to you now, kind of in that area of people.
So,
So nobody knows we're here then, do they?
They didn't seem to have noticed. Everyone's literally staring bolt on at Maz, and she's got 2 guns on her now.
Can I
okay, so
try and sneak a bit further around?
If you want. So while that's happening, if you want to roll deck stealth.
Don't fail this.
1. 1 success.
Luckily, they're all kind of
Well, that's what I was,
enamored with Maz, so
No,
it's
that's what I
especially
was
if you roll
thinking.
1 success will be enough to shimmy around a bit.
that's what I was thinking.
so if I talk now, can special person hear me? Is it close enough that?
Yes,
That
currently
way.
now everyone's paying very close attention to you because you've snuck up on them in a forest. There's
Okay,
nothing
so
creepy about that at all.
I'm gonna stay in character and kind of ask if they got any food, like kind of have my hands up and just see what happens.
So what are you saying?
Okay, so I'll be like, got any food? Food? Spare food?
Fuck's sake, another one of these. Oh, just... Look, we don't have any food. Just if you want to keep yourself by the fire, sit there and shut up.
Can
They sort of holster their guns away.
I roll an
Okay.
investigation to see if I know who these type of people are? Because I might have had an encounter with them in the past, maybe.
Wits investigation.
'Cause this can't go wrong. I'm just looking.
Clearly. As you've said that, they've kind of all moved as if to give you a wide berth, and kind of they're more huddling over this side now.
Because she stinks of shit.
Basically, no one
Not
really
just
likes you.
Cooking shit.
Right, so I
But it
kind
seems
of
they were nice and left you alone. That's a plus, right?
yeah, no,
Right?
nice.
And
so
I'm
I
guessing Armin
kind
doesn't
of
have a
go.
monkey's who they are.
I kind of go as close. To
No, you just look at them and think they're people. Right now, you're a bit too angry and shaken from other things.
Can I see much of this special person on the far side of the fire?
If you're looking
Alright.
with just your eyes, no. Just look
Okay.
for you. Like the only reason she's got a thing is because eventually she may become special. But for you, she's just a figure in the crowd.
There's just
Yeah.
a group of 7 of
There's
them.
just a group of 7 people. There's just
I-
metagaming knowledge that she has a different picture.
I think my character, knowing that they've been okay to a mirror and been reasonably warming, albeit to what is a lie, I know that I'm good at fast talking and I'm good at sort of trying to be cunning about something. I'm just currently trying to figure out what the fuck I'd say to them. I'm debating whether or not I should sort of move forward because I've seen there's some relative safety there. Because if they were hostile, they would have probably shot her. Maybe,
Up to yourself. I'm not going to influence you either way.
but I don't know.
And you can't really talk to Dalton or me about it because you would get hurt. So you're just gonna have to make the decision on your own.
I know. Otherwise, we're gonna be fucking co-op here for fucking ever.
Maz, what are you doing with this, with your
I'm
lovely
gonna-
disguise?
Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to head as close to a special person as I can. Try and let us see.
If you go subterfuge dex for me.
I'm gonna move out with my arms as high in the air as I can possibly reach them.
That's what you're going for.
Yep, saying, "I'm unarmed. Please don't shoot me."
If you could... Oh, I
Oh,
don't know if that's going
God.
to be presence or if that's going to be manipulation.
Well,
I've not done a successful.
what effectively am I
Fallen
rolling?
into the fire.
Presence persuasion.
Presence persuasion.
Maz,
Wait,
you,
do I
you actually
get
have...
wolf disguise or not on that one? Is that something different for this?
So
Well, no,
what-
it should still be with the disguise, so you've got one
Okay,
last,
okay.
last dice to
Fine.
redeem yourself. Otherwise, this is going to be fucking brilliant. And I genuinely can't believe there's been so many critical fails already. It's impressive. It's really impressive. Oh my god, you fucking saved yourself. Genuinely, I was there in my head going, okay, so you trip, fall in the fire, Like I
And
couldn't
then she
think of-
goes and gets 2
And
tents.
because you're covered in shit, you would, set ablaze.
And another
Three
success.
successes.
3 successes. No problem. Which way do you want to walk?
I'll go the north way then.
Okay,
I love
so
it. She still chose through the fire.
you've stepped north. Now, Rob, could you give me that?
So what exactly am I rolling for? Like in terms of
Well,
just-
mainly the thing that you've said
yeah,
and
but
how
is
that
that,
affects people.
so am I trying to?
Well, because you're trying to influence what they're doing by saying something. Because you're saying, "Don't shoot, I'm unarmed."
Would I use my fast talking specialty to make?
Yes, so you'd get an extra thing for that. So you'd get an extra dice, but it's then presence plus
Presence
persuasion.
plus persuasion. So 1 plus 3 plus another 1.
Yeah.
So 5.
Yeah. And if it fails, they kind of would just act as normal anyway. But now you've got a thing to them.
2.
Okay, so now you've sort of caught their attention. They've all sort of turned around to face your way instead. Front fella here has pulled a gun out, just as you kind of would in this situation.
Yeah.
They don't seem alarmed by your presence, mainly because of the fact that you put your arms up and said you're not armed. They are, however, now slightly worried about the fact that someone has subtly moved place whilst that was happening. So one of them has pulled a gun back on Maz, and I'm afraid that they don't really believe you anymore, as it seems. And instantly he's just, what the fuck is going on here? Where the fuck did you two come from? You guys better start giving us some fucking answers. No one just appears in the middle of the forest like this. You've been following us.
I immediately start spinning off some. Kind of a lie. I just say, I take a gamble and say, no, we're not following you. We've been chased through this into the sewer, and this is where we've been led out.
Chased by who?
I've no idea, but he was fucking scary.
What do you look?
Yeah, you might want to avoid that way.
He was just. I didn't really see much because I was too busy running the other way, but he sounded very violent, and he was almost bionic. Like he was it was like metal. Like it was like a huge metal, like a Hulk figure, but made out of like cybernetic enhancements and like metal. Just don't go that way. Do not go back to that city because it's fucking terrifying. He pulled up
approached by a rather tall-looking woman in sort of commando gear, sort of like tight leather scout-style commando gear.
I'm either about to die or it's going to go very well.
What do you mean bionic?
It wasn't his arms or body.
Who was with him? Was anyone with him?
I'm trying to remember if I even did. Yeah, because I used my investigation and saw something. I saw someone something moving on a roof, but I was out of there pretty sharpish. I did not want to hang around.
Did he look like he was bionic as well?
Too far. I really don't know. He was really far away.
Could you see anything on him on his left-hand side?
I have no idea. Now just completely stepping out of it, I'm now debating whether or not I should be like, Omen, get the fuck out here, because I know Omen knows this information. Yeah, I take the risk. I don't know, but I know somebody who does know this information.
Roll dexterity and...
You've metagamed that well, Rob, because she's described me. So.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, I could end up... I could shout Dalton, because Dalton was there.
No, you
Dalton
said
got shot!
You said you're calling me, we'll stick to what you've said. I thought you were just metagaming
Yeah, but
really
we don't
well.
know I don't know that you've got that.
That's why I said you've metagamed it well. Because you know.
Oh, we just didn't
but
actually realise that they were talking about you.
Yeah, roll dexterity athletics for me.
So I stood there shaking my head like, fuck. Like, these guys aren't going to like me.
Yeah, I've no
I was just
idea.
going to say, like,
Sorry.
I presume I'm close to hear the conversation.
Why am I rolling dexterity athletics? What the fuck?
I'm going to try and beat the shit out of you.
Is it because I need to run away fast, or just...
Because you need to react to something.
Does Fleet of Foot help
So
me?
what's the sequence of... Oh, let him
Danger
roll and then you
sense?
describe the sequence.
Danger
Yeah.
sense help me?
No, because it's not an ambush. The people are there.
Alright.
Yeah, they've already got a gun pointed at you.
This is just to see if you avoid something,
One success.
which you don't. Basically, repeat that last bit again for me.
I say I know somebody who might be able to give you that sort of
The
information.
second you say that, she grabs the back of your neck with her left hand and puts a knife to your throat with the right. Who? Tell me who now. Who do you know?
I point at the forest towards where Omen went.
You're so awful at this.
Suddenly, everybody is pointing a gun in kind of that general direction.
And
And one of them does also have a gun on you, Maz, because you're not really trusted anymore. So
I
lovely chap.
also use at the same time. I use my fast talking, manipulation, persuasion, sort of generic bullshit to try and calm the situation down, because I am very charming towards ladies.
You are
that
very charming.
information early on,
You did indeed.
that I'm gonna try.
He's a looker.
Yeah, and I have good looks. It's actually there in my file.
Yeah?
Was it striking?
Strikingly good looks. That was it.
Striking looks. It was actually an option in that book.
I know, I saw it.
It's great.
But I calm down and just sort of say, don't point your gun at him. Don't point your guns at him. He's perfectly calm and he will cooperate.
Oof.
Because I am hoping in this situation, because I've helped him so much.
Empathy
He might.
manipulation +1.
Say again, sorry.
Empathy manipulation +1.
Empathy manipulation. Where the fuck's empathy? I don't have empathy. Would it not be persuasion?
Persuasion's your actual thing. Persuasion's your one at the top, and then empathy's a skill.
No, persuasion's a skill, and manipulation's an natural.
Oh, presence. Sorry. Presence persuasion.
Would it not be manipulation because I'm lying to them?
What,
Oh yeah,
about me being
sorry, I was
perfectly
doing the
calm?
completely wrong fucking thing. Yeah, it'd be manipulation
Plus persuasion.
persuasion. Yeah,
Plus fast talking.
+1. Yeah.
So it's 3 plus 3, 7. Please go well. And I'm really hoping that, obviously, because Omen doesn't have a fucking clue what I'm. I don't know if can Omen hear what I'm saying right now.
Surely
I
he
wouldn't
does,
think so. Not
okay.
fully.
I assume I can though.
But surely it's pretty
Yeah.
quiet.
It's pretty fucking quiet. However, she's talking rather calmly at you. You're talking rather calmly at her, and Omen is in a shrub basically right now.
It didn't go as well as it could have done.
She kind of eyes you down and just looks you dead in the face. Why should we believe anything you say? Who is your friend?
Are they pointing guns at me now, by the way?
They're still pointing guns into the forest. They can't see you yet.
Okay.
I've
They're
got to
all-
show
they're
you.
all-
I've got two options here.
They're all
What
very
do I say?
much alert.
I've got two options, and I don't know which one to go for.
Spotlight's on you.
He's my friend. He's called Lincoln.
And why would this Lincoln know something that you don't? Who is he?
He does have a gun, but he used it to protect me because I am unarmed. He is my friend, and he looks out for me.
Lincoln! Step out and no one will harm you.
Oh, I'm gonna step out, aren't I? Because this situation is just fucked. So
It's not gone how I wanted it.
I'm so getting recognised right now.
Suddenly, everyone's paying attention to the big guy with the metal arm.
They can't
What?
see my metal.
They can't see him.
They
now.
can't see it, but they know it's there.
Fuck.
I wonder how they know that. Now,
As soon as you said
everyone,
Lincoln, they're like, well.
everyone is pointing a gun at you,
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
including our lovely lady friend. Nobody approach him on any circumstances.
Does that mean she's dropped me then? Or
I was just
she's
gonna say
dropped
that.
you.
can
She's
I?
not bothered by you
Can I
anymore.
try and
really
like,
not.
go round towards
Because
Harvey?
I would move away from Omen.
Yeah, you're welcome to. She's paying you no
I'm
attention.
fucking off.
Can
She's
I?
paying no attention.
I am hiding.
Yeah.
Can I try and
Wow.
move towards special character?
You can.
Well,
Oh, okay.
do I need
Well,
to-
I was gonna. Yeah, okay, go on.
I would say subtlety, dexterity, just to try and do it without alerting anyone, because right now everyone is very high on,
And she's kind of in the line of fire, isn't she?
Oh yeah, she's in the line of fire between like you and things like that. But at the moment, everyone is basically looking very shit scared, staring down this guy who's just walked out the forest.
What's subtlety under?
Should be bottom left. Subterfuge, sorry, subterfuge.
Okay. And Dex, sorry.
Subterfuge Dex, just so you can do it without kind of
Alarming someone.
alarming anyone. Yeah, because everyone's nerves are very high all of a sudden for some reason.
You're going to need a few successes for this, aren't you?
Everyone's very trigger happy.
Yeah, right now everyone is shit scared and probably.
Do not roll a critical fucking fail now.
Oh, that would be so funny. That would be game over.
She would be getting bloody.
Shit would be getting serious.
Oh, gosh.
Well, this is going well.
So 3.
And how close would you like to ideally get?
Pretty close. Pretty close.
So, with that kind of success, I'd say you can easily get there without alarming, because everyone is paying attention to someone else right now.
I'd love to know what you're actually trying to do there. As Dalton, I'm really confused over what you're trying to do there. Because I was just about to make a move, and I'm properly
I have a
confused.
very strong theory.
So, here's the
It's
chain of
outside
events
the game.
on what has happened. This lady basically walked up to Rob, put a knife to his throat, and demanded to know information, because you can see she's very much nervous and on edge at the moment. Omen then stepped out of the shadows, causing everyone to look at him and get extremely alarmed. Panic went through the entire crowd, and they were ordered, do not approach that man under any circumstances.
Did Dalton and Amira both hear me calling him Lincoln? Because it was quite a calm conversation between the two of us.
Dalton would have, because he was close enough. Amira wouldn't,
Okay.
because she's got a fire in between you, people to her left. She had too many distractions.
Yeah. Okay.
Just as that happened, everyone sort of pointed their gun at Omen, and everyone was locked eyes with him. Nothing was moving, at least they thought. And Amira slowly went closer and closer to the woman down at the bottom. And she finally caught eyes with her. Amira? Everyone, guns down now. Everyone's holstered their guns. What the fuck are you doing out here? I told you to stay safe. I told you to stay away from all of this kind of shit, and look where you are now. What the fuck are you doing with people like him?
Well, it's not what it seems. We kind of got caught up in it, and then next thing you know,
Rob gone?
we're
Do you
out
wanna wait
here.
a second?
Rob has gone.
I'm quite glad you spoke up before me now, because mine wasn't just going to be a chat.
That would have been horrible.
You were going to shoot someone, weren't you?
No, I was just about to try and step out behind the woman with a gun pointing to her head, because she's clearly the leader, and see if I could talk people down that way.
His whole net has dropped, apparently.
Yeah, sure.
He said he needed a restart earlier anyway, I'm sure he'll be back.
Should we take a quick break there then? If anyone wants to get a drink or wait for Rob
Might
and
as
stuff.
well, eh?
Yeah, I'll do a quick toilet stop.
I need to think what I need to do.
Be right back.
Whereas Maz's brain is now going, "Ah!"
My brain implodes at stuff like this. I just go, I don't know. I'm like the
You've now
homeless
got to
person.
think fairly quick.
I mean, at this point, what's our big goal here? At this point, there's not really anything, is there?
Yet you're kind of on the run. This is still. The thing is, this is still early. I expected like this to go a little bit quicker, but you were all like overly cautious about everything. It was great. It was brilliant. I thought genuinely we'd be at this point about at least half an hour ago.
We did spend ages like figuring out in that tunnel what to do.
Rob got as far as hearing guns down, and then his internet went.
Okay.
Maz is normally the failure.
Yay! I get guns down this time. For now.
For now.
doing some alright rolls.
And back.
I love how I'm still covered in shit as well.
You are.
So while we've got a pause, Tim,
No.
what did we say the deal was with wounds and with willpower? When does stuff... So wounds don't heal unless you do something to them,
Yes.
alright?
Basically.
What about willpower? When does willpower regen?
Willpower regens, it's like 1 per day, I think, and excuse me, you can get more back if you do specific things that are like based around your character.
Okay.
What was willpower again?
You can spend a willpower to re-roll things, you can spend a willpower to make things easier, and it's basically like your character's going for it. It's like a dramatic thing.
Okay.
So like if you roll a d6 instead of a d10...
Like if you
and
roll a
wanna
d6 instead of a
re-roll it,
d10,
that
but
kind of thing.
your punishment for rolling d6s was you got shot.
What you with common sense, I can call upon it for I think it was once per chapter or something, but
Yes,
what is that
basically.
in
It's essentially once per session
Okay.
that we're running.
Yeah, it's a very strong tool, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not quite as strong as the karma systems in other rule sets, though. The karma systems guarantee you major successes, don't they?
Yeah.
You don't even roll for with a karma system. It's just you get
Yeah, you can
instant
just
pass
ultimate
something,
success. Yeah. Like if I say I want to pick 2 people up at once, crush the guy in the middle, and then shoot all 3 in quick succession, I could just roll a karma
Even if it's like a
in
1
another
in a
game.
million chance, you just go, yeah,
I just go karma roll, I succeed. Okay.
Hello?
God. Hello?
He's back.
Hello?
That was like, what the fuck? Like, I literally was like, everybody guns down, and then my net just went.
Yeah, everybody, guns down!
Is
Um,
camera working for anyone
Tim has
else?
hacked into
No.
your internet to make more of an effect.
Rob, what have you done to me?
What happened after?
Don't make me restart
We stopped.
again.
What, soon as you saw he was just guns down, and then you just stopped?
Is that
Yeah,
working?
because we saw your net. No.
Fuck's sake.
Let me recall everyone.
Don't make me restart my machine again.
1, 2, 3,
There we
4.
go.
Wait.
Yay.
We're back.
You know, that's like a great way. If that works out on timings well, if you end an episode there,
Guns down! Barrel.
and then don't
Yeah.
the next episode, fill it for another day or 2. That's
I'll watch it back tomorrow and start cutting it up.
Hopefully it'll work alright. By pure coincidence.
Where were we? Yeah. Guns down, which was awesome for Rob. Amira, what the fuck are you doing here? I told you to stay away from this kind of thing. This is why... What are you doing with people like him?
I assume
Hey,
she
God.
points at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just you, just stood with the gun. Oh, no,
Do you
it
even
doesn't
know who he is? Do you even know what he has done?
matter. No. I'm gonna be really sheepish at this point. Like, really, no.
I'm just
You might-
busy thinking, what the fuck's going on?
You might not realize it yet, but you're walking around with one of the most wanted men in the entire region. Well done.
Oh yeah, because of the fucking thing.
Yeah, we got in trouble. It kind of messed up.
You got in trouble. That's the understatement of the century. Do you even know the kind of things that you're getting involved with all of a sudden?
I had to do it.
Well, seems how you've stumbled your way into this side of my life as well. You might as well help, if you feel like helping. I'm sure you're aware by now, but I'm quite a high-ranking officer in the Resistance that are building up against Eclipse, and I never asked you to get involved because I never thought you wanted to, but yet here you are. I could do with your help. We're currently trying to find an operative, someone close to me, someone who was working inside Eclipse. She recently outed herself for some reason, and then she just disappeared, okay? And I've been tracking her for I've been tracking her since it happened. It's been about 5-6 hours since this all happened, and she just vanished, okay, without a trace. And I immediately went after her, and we found a signal in this kind of area, and we don't know anything else. We don't have anyone here who's good enough to find her, and you seem to have made very good friends.
At this point, can I just limp out of the tree line and say, since we're all getting along, does anybody have a medkit?
You say you're all getting along. I've still got 6 guns aimed at me.
Yeah,
oh no,
well,
she's
no,
put them
guns
down, haven't they?
Yeah.
This is my brand of sarcasm.
She looks towards one of the members and sort of gestures over towards you.
Guess I'm kind of... I wander out to here-ish.
Yeah. And a lovely sort of young guy comes up to you with a sort of DIY med pack of sort of ripped t-shirts and things like that, and vodka,
I want...
and start dressing your
Can
wounds
I-
rather painfully.
Vodka in.
Can I sneak back over and say he, like, referring to Omen, or that, like, he didn't do it, he was framed, because I obviously assume she's talking about what's just happened earlier on whilst we've been together.
We kind of assumed as much, but we don't know exactly what happened, and regardless of that, he is still one of the most dangerous individuals that we know of here. So we'd rather not take any chances with him. The only reason I'm putting my guns down is for her sake.
Who are you?
No one you need to know about. All you need to know is that we, in general, are Nova. We are trying to take down the Eclipse government because we believe what they are doing with our people is wrong. The only reason I'm telling you all of this is because of your present company. I can believe that I can trust you. I trust Amira's judgment, and she appears to be with you and unharmed thus far, minus a few scrapes and bruises, but... To be honest, I rather expected that when I saw that beast of a man over there.
Brilliant.
I'm gonna... You keep insulting me, so I am gonna step forward through this. I'm not being sneaky about it, I'm just using my presence. I'm having my presence sort of
Made aware. Just
Yeah.
roll a presence intimidation check.
Where is presence? Oh, there it is. Presence plus intimidation, you say? Ooh, God,
Since you're
that's,
pretty much walking past me, I'd stick my hand up and say, steady, big guy.
that's 7d8. Two successes.
Sorry, I missed that. What were you rolling for there? Sorry.
He's trying to intimidate the woman stood
Not
there.
directly, but I'm using
Not
my
directly, but using her
presence
presence.
Yeah, because she keeps insulting me and Omen's not taking it too well.
She gives you a rather cold stare, but locks eyes on you. Clearly someone who's not intimidated easily.
Well, two successes isn't high, is it?
in the hope of that it kind of diffuses what's literally just happened. I say, who are you looking for?
Somebody who was working for us. She was in Eclipse. She was a top-level hacker, but for some reason, we literally lost everything to do with her. We had an uplink signal with her that was constantly going. She was giving us loads of information. She was one of our greatest assets, and all of a sudden, without any word of anything that happened, she disappears. And I just think that she might have been killed, and I do not want to see her dead.
What was she trying to find for you?
Everything she could. She was giving us information about the entire inner workings of Eclipse. She said something about this vice president death right before she disappeared. She said she knew something was about to happen, she couldn't talk about it, and she knew some of the people that were going to be there, and that was it. And if you've just come from there, I highly distrust all of you.
I get the feeling that this woman she's talking about is the one I want to kill. Is this individual who we don't know who it is yet. That's my hunch feeling. So that's how Omen's feeling at the moment. This is the connection he's made. I don't make this vocal, but it's a connection my character has now made, is I think this individual who's gone missing, who knows about a VP's death, is the one who's fucked us.
I asked, do you have a name? If you say that she said she knows some of us, knows some people involved, that could potentially be any of us. Do you have a name?
She refused to give names. For some reason, she was extremely cautious with that information. Even when I asked her who it was, she just told me, "Don't worry, they're trustworthy."
Who's trustworthy? The person
Despite
she
the fact that
knows,
Felix
or
killed-
The person they know was apparently so trustworthy that I wasn't allowed to know who they were. All I was meant to know was that they were somebody that could be trusted and nobody I needed to worry about. For some reason, I'm now worrying about them.
but do you know the name of this person who's gone missing?
Of course I know the name of the person
So-
who's gone missing.
Who are they then?
Can I try intimidate again to help Harvey get the answer he wants?
You can?
So I kind of step right in this person's face now and sort of presence intimidate again to try encourage them. Just one. They're not intimidated.
Currently, you're a big fluffy bunny. I told you, she was one of our operatives, and without knowing more about you three, I don't feel comfortable divulging that sort of information. Amira, what the hell are you doing with these people?
Before Amira can even answer, I say, I'm a hacker, I associate myself in these circles. Who is she?
You're a hacker. Amira, can we trust these three?
And Mary won't be feeling too great about me, would she?
One of them's thrown her through.
I just think you should notice that I'm completely acting out of normal character right now.
You're really quiet, Maz.
Yeah, you're really quiet, man.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Better?
No.
To be honest, I quite like it.
It's nice, actually, yeah. Seen, not heard, and all that shit.
Now if the video feed would just die.
Yeah, not seen and not heard would be better.
Is that better?
That's better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Better is such a subjective term.
Yeah.
So I'd say I've not known them for long, but they've been useful so far. I'm gonna admit about Omen at this point, so I'll just leave it at that.
Admit what? Like free through a window? Or?
Yeah.
Admit or omit.
Omen.
Right, yeah.
I'll just leave that off.
Well, I know that you, pointing at Omen, would have something to gain from helping us. If you are as innocent as you apparently are being said to be, sure, I know I can trust you. I don't know anything about you two, but if you're a hacker, we could use your skills if you wanted to help.
I'm only helping if you tell me who she is.
She's my sister,
I need a name.
Lily.
Surname.
Go Harvey. Harvey grew some balls.
Roll a manipulation. Persuasion.
Do I use my fast talking for this?
Yep, so +1. Because this is very good use of social conversation-y type things.
I think he's done well.
Oh wow.
I'm very serious about this.
Just for added effect, I want to redo that bit. So it's my sister, Lily
Surname.
Waltham. All right, her name is Lily Waltham. I am Rose Waltham. We were known as the two flowers of the resistance. We started half of this up ourselves.
Omen sniggers a little bit at the name. He's just stood
I-
there, just sniggers a little bit.
I
The
collapsed.
two flowers.
I collapsed to the floor with my head in my hands,
Oh.
and whimper a little bit.
Why does that name mean so much to you? Who are you?
She taught me everything I know.
Help us.
Tell me how.
We know that-
As long as we can, if we find her alive, I will do everything I possibly can.
We know that there is a facility nearby. We know that it used to be some kind of old bunker that the Eclipse used to use. We drove them out of it a while ago, but we never found the bunker. It's something that I believe Lily knew about, and I believe she said something about using it as a safe house if ever anything went wrong, but she never told me where it was. She couldn't risk that information going out. We need to find where this bunker is. All we know is it's somewhere in the forest with a hidden entrance. We know nothing. We have no information to go on. It's driving us insane.
Do you have any recordings of any messages or any conversations you've had with her?
No.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. We would purposefully communicate via a channel that she'd set up herself. She gave me a communicator that we used. It was fully encrypted. Nothing was kept. She was paranoid. Rightly so.
Just how I knew her.
If you knew who she was and you are who you say you are, you'd know it was pretty standard of her not to leave a trail. Listen, Amira has certain skills as well. If we could get in there, I believe with brute force, computer knowledge, and subterfuge, shall we say, that we could really use your four's help. I don't like asking for help, but look at us. Do we really look like a military squad? You guys already look like you could kill us if we just so much as looked at you wrong.
Why would I help you?
Because we, apparently, have a common enemy. If you really are who you say you are, and you really did do what they say you did, and that you didn't actually kill that man, maybe we could find a way around that information. Besides, who else would take you in at this point without pointing a gun and shooting at you?
I turn to Omen and say, I swear on my life, if we find Lily alive, I will clear that footage.
So they're still calling you Omen. You do realize your real name is being plastered around every broadcast signal. Omen. You are the most wanted person in this entire region. You realize there is a huge bounty on your head, and we could just turn you in right now for the money. God knows we could do with it. But I believe your skills are worth more than the gold.
If you turn him in, you lose me.
You're more than welcome to try.
Either way, we still have common enemies and skill sets that complement each other, I feel. I wouldn't say I trust you, but you're useful right now, and it would make more sense for you to help. Don't you agree?
I need him as my bodyguard.
I don't know about you, Omen, but I'd like to get back at those two we just had a little meeting with.
What two you had a meeting with? If there was two there, we only knew of one. We knew of your friend, Omen, because we knew all about your little project and the augmentations. Who was the other one?
I think the other one was Sam.
That would make sense, yes. I just didn't realize he was back out on the field.
He's not a problem.
Right. Well,